Welcome to Source BMX. I'm Van Homan. We're here in Waldo, Florida for Swamp Fest. Today we're going to take a look at Cody Nemeth's Colt build. Check him out. If you don't know about him, he's a ripper at High Desert. What are we doing today?
We're going to do a bike check of my trusty colorway right here that I just got.
You said we're not doing desert shit today, we're doing swamp shit, right?
Yeah, we're definitely not doing desert shit today, we're doing swamp shit. I just want to do swamp shit with my friends this weekend.
All right, let's do it. All right, Cody, so you're running the Colt Crew Shorty frame. You've got your own signature colorway. It's also a longer size, the 2125. You're obviously a taller guy.
Yep.
How tall are you? Why do you choose the longer size? And just kind of break this frame down for us.
I think I'm probably 6'1", 6'2", if I'm gonna guess. You want my weight? 175. But I ride the longer frame forever. I've been like this tall for a long time.
Okay.
But I rode a 21 for a really long time with 935 bars, like, you know, when indoor vans was the thing and everyone was riding there a lot. Then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just try a bigger bike. I think it was 2019, 2020. I don't know, it just changed. Like, it just felt way more responsive.
I mean, you're a tall guy, so it feels more comfortable,
yeah,
obviously.
I went up on a bar, I went longer frame. I just recently did front load stem, but yeah, that's the main reason I went the bigger frame, is just I realized that I'm tall and my bike looks small, so it needs to fit me, you know?
So it's called the Shorty frame, but obviously it's got a long top tube, so I'm assuming the Shorty aspect applies more to the rear end, maybe has a responsive head tube angle, I'm not sure.
So I just adapt to what I ride. The bike felt good, it definitely was responsive, and I've just been stuck to it. I rode the crew frame before, and I rode the DAC frame, but I came back to this one definitely because I think it's more responsive. Like the standover height, I think is different. I don't know what they are, but I know in my head that it definitely helps me.
Okay, I mean, I would think it has a generous standover with like someone of your size, like you don't look too big on the bike, so yeah, generous standover, but kind of a snappy rear end, so it looks like it's got that space for you up front, but then responsive and snappy as well.
The rear end comes around for tail whips, and that's my favorite trick, so
there you go.
I need that.
So what about the color? I heard some good stories about this colorway. It's your own signature colorway.
Yep.
Here we go.
This color means a lot to me. So my grandma, back in the day, I remember this Christmas like it was nothing. When I was little, we used to do like scavenger hunts for my best Christmas present. I'll get the little stuff, and then I'll do the Christmas present. So I go this spot, find another note, go this spot, find another note, get to the shed, she opens the shed door, boom, baby blue bike, blue Eastern, back in the day when that was a thing. And another thing that goes along with that is she sold her very first car to buy that first BMX bike from me. My first legit BMX bike from a bike shop.
Wow.
So that car's gone. It was an old Buick. She got it off of a train with her family when she was little.
Okay.
And that was her dream. She wanted a car. So she sold her dream to give me my dream, you know? So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, but the color, matches my first bike, but it also matches her 66 Mustang that's been sitting in her garage my entire life that I always dreamed of getting when I got older. So yeah, same color as my first bike, and the car that I grew up seeing in her garage all the time, going to get dinner, feed the ducks at the college, just so many memories with that car. And she passed away, so I was like, you know what, it's gotta happen. It's
beautiful.
For her.
Yeah, a lot of very special meaning to this baby blue colorway.
It wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for her, so it had to be. It had to have some story towards her.
Thank you, Grandma.
I love her. She's awesome.
Amazing.
Another thing about this bike, obviously, my nickname's High Desert. I live in the High Desert. I had to do a desert theme. So we did a skull, a ram skull on the front with some barbed wire. We did some flames on the side because I just always drew flames when I was little in school, you know? And then we did the same sticker down here with the ram skull to tie in with a Joshua tree, because we have Joshua trees and just a desert landscape. We put High Desert on there and Cody Nemeth, so it kind of just like...
Perfect, yeah.
You know my name, you know Cody, or you know High Desert?
No, I love it. A lot of thought going into all the aspects of this.
I love it.
It's amazing. All right, Cody, so you've got the Colt sect fork, you've got the 18mm offset, so a little bit more responsive offset. You've got the cast investment dropouts, tapered legs, so they don't get snagged on grinds.
Chose those because definitely 18, you know, I think they make a 15 too. 15 is probably way too crazy for me.
Okay.
And I think 25 is the other one, maybe, but I just want to go in the middle because I've been learning how to air out a little better and trying to like ride transition, so I kind of went in the middle. Can't nose manual, so I don't need the super steep ones, that's for sure. Okay. But yeah, those are some good forks right there. I love these Colt forks. I never had a problem with them.
All right, so let's talk about your bar and stem setup. You've got the Colt Crew bars, 9.65 rise. Obviously a taller guy, so a little bit taller bar. You've also got the Colt Judgment stem. You're running the front load version. Seems like a lot of people are going back to front loads recently, which I find interesting. Break that down for me.
I joined the trend.
Yeah?
For sure. Nah, I don't know.
No,
like
but why is that?
bars.
You mentioned something to me. There's something that makes you feel more comfortable with the front load.
Yeah. The front load, I ran a top load forever, but I don't know if it's a mind game. But when I put the front load on instead of the top load, and it's a little bit taller bar, it kind of just felt, maybe it's probably in the same spot, but I think my switch bars, it helped my switch bars some way. I just look at Garrett, and then I look at Lewis, and I'm like, you know, those guys could bar spin pretty dang good. Maybe I need to try this whole front load thing. I love it though. These crew bars are good. I like them. I've probably ran, I think definitely only have ran these bars for like the last 8 years. I've ran DAC bars once before. Okay. But other than that, it's been these screw bars, so they're working for me. I'm not gonna change it up. Yeah,
it looks like a comfortable setup. I mean, it looks like the bars and the stem together put everything right at a comfortable height so that you can still like have great like control, like body posture over the bars, but still like tall enough. Yeah.
I think like instead of it feeling like a scooter with super tall bars, you know, it feels like a little more centered, like that for sure. And the stem's not too long, it's not too short. It helps a lot. It just feels centered now, for sure.
All right, Cody, let's talk about your drivetrain. You've got an E-Claw drivetrain, the Spire cranks, and the Elevate sprocket with the guard. 170. What do you like about these cranks? Why do you run this size? Why do you choose to run a guard?
I like these cranks because they feel good. You know, some cranks you get, they kind of feel bent. I don't know. I've ridden cranks and they kind of feel weird. Okay. But also that goes from like riding a different crank. I don't think all cranks feel the same. That might be just my fried brain talking, but I do like these cranks. I run a 170 because I definitely hit my foot on the back wheel, but like I just can't ride a 165. I know a lot of people are doing 165 so they rotate faster, crank flips or whatever. I don't do crank flips. I don't really spin any more than maybe sometimes a 540. So
you're like again, you're kind of a taller guy, so you're probably trying to find that balance between not clipping your heel on the peg, but also still having a lot of leverage.
Yeah, moving away from it.
Yeah.
I like this sprocket because it's metal and plastic. So if I do get caught up, like if I'm trying to do like the, you know, the front board crank arm stuff that's been going on, it actually slides like a peg, you know, it's basically a peg. I don't have to worry about getting caught up. I don't know, it might save a little weight too, but I'm not really that much of a weight weenie, but I kind of been thinking about weight more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I like it though.
And what about the size? What size gear ratio are you running?
25/9.
Okay, the classic 25/9.
The classic.
I like it.
I rode 28 for a little bit, but I started hitting the sprocket on the crooks. That probably was a long time ago, so I probably just didn't know how to crook that long, or that good, I guess. So if I ran a 28, it'd probably be all right now, but I don't need to go 28. I don't need to go that fast in a short enough distance, you know? I'm not going fast at a quarter pipe or a set of dirt jumps or a drop or something. I've turned into a slow rider now.
You've got the Dakota Roche DAC pedals, slim body, larger platform. Yep. I mean, big feet, you're gonna need a big platform, right?
Hey, these aren't that big. I'm just kidding. I do like them though. They got the little knurling on top and the pretty sharp pins, so they stick to my foot pretty good. I don't slip that much. Might slip now that I said that, but I'm gonna blame that on the mud because we're at Swamp Fest.
All right, Cody, so you've got the Colt corduroy seat. Pretty stylish pattern. I love it. Like kind of classic. I always love the corduroy. It gives me like a 70s vintage vibe to it. What do you like about this seat, and how important is like your seat shape and seat post height?
I like the seat because you just explained it. I feel like I'm sitting on a 70s couch when I'm chilling on it, you know?
Amazing.
I'm sitting down a lot, just hanging out and watching other people ride, but this seat's good. It's not too fat, it's not too slim. It doesn't hurt when I'm pedaling the streets, you know, or just cruising to a spot and I don't feel like standing up anymore. Seat tube, or what is that?
Yeah, you got like a
seat post,
like a fist in there.
Yeah, seat post. I always usually go like 4 fingers for sure. I got pretty big hands, so 4 fingers is probably tall for some people, but I went with the polished, obviously, to match the polished stem, just to give it the little pizzazz,
a little pop. Yeah, I feel it.
Instead of going all black on the blue frame, we needed a little shiny going.
I got that. I'm with it.
Yeah, I like it high because obviously pinching. I've been trying to pinch more.
Those switch bars we were talking about?
Yep, been trying to pinch more with my switch bars. They've been making progress, and I think moving my seat up another inch, not another inch, but another finger, you know?
So that's the magic combo for switch bars. You need the Judgment stem with the corduroy seat, and you can learn switch bars.
And or maybe just to teach your brain.
Teach your brain?
Yeah, that helps.
Okay.
So it might not help. I don't know.
All right, Cody, so you're a street rider. I think you put a lot of abuse on your pegs. You've got the Colt butter pegs.
Oh yeah.
What do we got here? A chromo core, aluminum core?
Yeah, chromo core.
Chromo core.
Chromo core for sure inside. I used to like the aluminum ones, like back in the day before I rode for Colt. I had some other aluminum pegs, but they're always just like, oh damn, they make aluminum pegs. I can't say
Just
this.
pinching. No, a lot of people. I mean, we don't want that. We don't want the pegs pinching.
They're sick, but I was so tired of, when I was little, I would put knurling, I'd take the grinder, get my extension, and just cut knurling in it when I had the aluminum pegs. So if I couldn't get the 17 in there, I'll just stick the thing in there and just file it out. But yeah, I think these are 4.5 millimeter. So not too long, because I think they make 4.75 too.
Okay.
Not too long, not too short, just enough for me to like be good at grinding, but also have that extra bit to like make me look like I'm good at grinding, you know?
Well,
So
enough to lock into the crooked grind, but not so much that you clip your peg on the way up.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, yeah. I like these pegs, they're good pegs. The butter pegs have been around for ever, so they're proven.
And what about your wheels, Cody? We've got, it looks like we've got a Colt free coaster on here.
Colt Crew free coaster.
How's that thing roll? Why do you choose a free coaster over a cassette?
I definitely hopped on the trend when free coasters became a thing, because that was like probably when I was like actually trying to ride bikes, you know. My first bike had a cassette, obviously, but free coasters, it's just the way for me.
So you like going backwards?
I think I'm lazy, yeah. I don't want to pedal backwards. I like to just go backwards. It's easy. Like, I like to do fakie whips, so don't know if I'm gonna have a good time doing those, especially landing cranks all the time. I'm not gonna be able to get my feet on the pedals to pedal back fast enough. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a good wheel. It has a good sidewall. The rim has a good sidewall on it. It's strong.
Okay.
I haven't really dented them that bad.
And which Colt rims are these?
I think they're just the classic Colt wheels. I don't know if there's a special name.
Okay, yeah, so this wheel comes complete as is.
Complete Colt wheel. Like
that's amazing,
like
yeah. So you just straight out of the package,
strong,
ready to rock and roll.
Has the wide spoke pattern, so I like the way that looks, you know.
Okay.
It just looks buff.
Perfect. And what about up front? We got the E-Claw rim up front?
Yep, I like the E-Claw for 40 wheel. It's pretty light, and the Cortex hub is pretty good. This is also a complete wheel that you could buy, so.
No, I love that. I mean, a lot of brands now are making, you know, kind of exactly what the pros are riding. You don't have to get a custom wheel built, spend that extra money.
Yeah.
It's in the box, you get it, it's ready to go.
Yeah, I couldn't lace a wheel right now, so if I had to buy hub and wheel separate, or hub and rim separate, definitely not gonna be able to put it together myself.
So you've got the Colt Fast and Loose collab tires. A little bit more of a pool tire, it looks to me, but I mean, you're kind of more of a street rider, or you kind of mess around with everything?
Definitely am not touching a pool unless it's like very rare.
Okay.
But don't be deceived. These tires work good. Street, skate park, your slippery skate park, you're good. These tires work. I love them. I usually ride the Vans waffle cut tires. Like, I've been tied to those for so long, but I was like, you know what? Let me switch it up. And I was nervous at first because they are like, there's some smooth tires.
Yeah,
you know, for like transition riding and pool riding and stuff like that. But no,
but that makes sense to me that they would work really well at slippery skate parks, because I mean that's kind of what pools are.
Exactly.
And yeah, so it's good. And like what tire pressure do you run? Feels good. Feels like a lot.
Not that much. Nah, I probably start at 60.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's more than what I feel from a lot of street riders.
I might be a little harder because we're at Swamp Fest, probably like 65 right now, maybe 60.
Okay.
I don't know. Normally if I'm riding like anywhere else, I'm starting at 60. If it feels funny, I'll let a little bit out, you know?
Gotcha.
But to go with these tires, I'm running the Alibaba Tubolitos.
Okay. Oh, so saving some weight there.
This is where the weight thing comes in.
Oh, I don't hear that from a lot of street riders running the Tubolitos.
Yeah, I said I wasn't a weight weenie, but.
Or maybe they just don't want to admit it. Maybe it's a secret. You think that's a secret in the streets? You think there's Tubolitos out there that we don't know about?
I mean, I'm not going to say that they're Tubolitos, but there definitely is some light tubes that work just like those Tubolitos. And I definitely saved some weight on these wheels and tires.
Gotcha.
So it made a difference. Like I said, with the switch bars, like the front end and putting that tube and tire on there, less rotational mass.
Okay.
So it's just like, it feels better. I better start doing more switch bars if I'm talking all this switch bars.
Yeah, talking about a lot of switch bars.
I'm gonna do some switch bars. I did one today, but less rotating mass. It feels like definitely more snappy. It adds to the snappiness of the bike.
All right, Cody, thanks for sharing your Colt build with us today. Everybody, make sure to go on the Source Bike Builder. There you can get pricing, specs, and availability for everything Cody is riding. SourceBMX.com.
Oh yeah, easy money.